Hello there and welcome to another video of Forza Motorsport Multiplayer Mayhem. This time in a GT class with the BMW M8 on Spa Francorchamps, one of my most favorite tracks. And I only had just a couple of minutes left for practice. So I've done 2 laps, made nearly 2 minutes 24 and then jumped right into the qualifying session. First lap 2:22.8, nearly a second or over a second faster than my fastest practice lap, and the practice lap was even invalid. So nice improvement, and there we go to my fastest lap, straight into the Eau Rouge, holding the car pretty good in my opinion. I think you have to take the grass because it's incredibly hard for me to get the car properly through the Eau Rouge without that much braking or lifting the throttle. So yeah, this setup, the setup I'm using for this qualifying and for the race later on, I've got from the tuning menu or for some presets. If I find the guy or the tuning, I will post the share code if it's even available in the game, I don't know. And so you can use it for yourself. The M8 wasn't the most optimal car for Spa. I don't know if it's just this track or maybe if the car is overall pretty hard to drive. But with this setup, the car is pretty stable. It produces a lot of grip, and you can throw it amazingly through the corners and the straights of Spa Francorchamps. The only thing is the gear ratio. It's kind of strange because the last gear, the 6th gear, is just as long as the 5th gear. You may see this in the next couple of minutes because I'm trying to use gear number 6, but it's not even a tiny bit longer than the 5th gear. So that's a bit strange, but it's fine. You can just have a little problem at the end of the camel straight when you're on the slipstream, but overall it's still a decent setup. Here and there you can improve it, but it's fine. So my fastest lap, 2:23. No, 2:22, and this guy is nearly 2 seconds slower. So the guy who qualified for P2 is nearly 2 seconds slower, but in the end, it doesn't matter when you just completely mess up the start. I have massive traction problems, as you can see right now. He's straight up overtaking me, got nearly 2 car lengths ahead, but then I'm just completely failing the corner. Another car overtakes me and I'm back to P4. This can happen. Don't know if it's a problem because I have traction control turned off, of course, and ABS, and this guy just completely started. And then the guy Hera 404, I don't know how I have to pronounce the name, just completely crashed into me and hasn't received even the penalty. And just because of that, I'm back to P19. Imagine you're 40 seconds into a race and you drop back from pole position to P19. That's so messed up. And there you can probably understand why I will drive probably overly aggressive, as you can see here. Much sliding around, pushing the Porsche a bit wide. I'm really sorry for this. But my heart was it was dropping like nothing else. It was beating because I was so incredibly angry. First, because of my completely messed up start, and on the other hand, this completely senseless move at the Eau Rouge. It definitely, there are 2 things that could have happened. Maybe he went way too fast into Eau Rouge, and I got a time penalty for just cutting the track a tiny bit, and the other guy is crashing into me and doesn't even get 0.1 seconds worth of penalties, but it's the game. They have to improve the penalty system so much, but it's like this. I have to accept it. It was also my fault. If my start would have been better, I could be further at the front. And there was my 5th overtake already. Back to P14. Trying to battle against the Ford GT, or taking him on the inside, and then completely strange move, either from me or from the Ford GT driver. Maybe I've turned in a bit, or turned out a bit too early, or the sketch is going straight. I don't know. Just a race incident, I guess. And there's the first lap over. Again in P12, or back in P12, which is still quite sad. I mean, I've moved 7 positions up in just 1 lap, which is quite fine, but it was the pure mayhem. Let's say it like this. It was definitely easy, because you just have to follow the track to gain positions. You don't even have to battle that much, because they are either ramming themselves out or they are just completely messing up by braking too late or too hard or turning the wheel too much. Like this Lamborghini right now. I'm 100% sure that I haven't pushed him wide, and he gave me a little bump, but it's fine. I haven't lost control, just a bit unnecessary in my opinion, but it's fine. Yeah, and then I may be able to move up another couple of positions while still sliding around. The medium tires provide much less grip than the softs. As you can see, my qualifying lap was so much smoother and tighter, but it's okay. And then the Viper just randomly turned into me, don't know why. Lost a couple of seconds, or nearly 1 second, but that's his fault. But what's going to happen now is one of my dirtiest moves I have honestly ever done. I feel really bad for this, but I mean, he went way too slow, way too wide, and I wasn't able to not hit him. It was just impossible to not hit him at the rear, except by taking out myself, either overtaking him on the grass on the right side or just turning completely to the left, but maybe I would have turned around again, like on the at the end of Eau Rouge. So I don't want to justify this, but it was like 50-50. It was his fault. He initiated this crash, and I made it even worse. Let's say it like this. Yes, I haven't really anticipated this error from him. So yeah, but let's keep going. Let's concentrate. Like there, as you can see, concentration isn't given. Already at P9, gained 10 positions during the last lap, and going through Eau Rouge again, pretty fine. Struggling a bit at the enter of the Camel Straight, and this guy at the front probably going a bit too far on the left and went under grass. And there I'm completely having the best racing line for the first corner, but then I'm too aggressive on the gas, and then I'm starting to slide around. I really pushed the car way too hard. I could have driven a lot smoother, much smoother, but I just wanted to get back to this guy and maybe, I don't know, ram him off or something like this. No, I just wanted to get back to my positions. I mean, I'm catching up quite fast, under 10 seconds to the leader. So yes, I think that's quite good for my car and racing level. Well, car level, as you can see, is 23, so I haven't done that many races. I guess with the M8, like 6 races. Maybe this was my 6th, I don't know. And I think that's quite okay. I mean, I'm racer level like 40 or something like this. And I'm not even able to hard that grind because I don't have the time, unfortunately. But yeah, it seems that I am going to finish at P7, but amazing stuff is going to happen. Catching up with the leader group, just 8 seconds to the leader, and the Porsche is going completely hard on throttle and throwing. Or maybe he touched with P6. And unfortunately, I could have ended up in P5, but if I wouldn't have smashed the throttle that hard at the last corner, it could all have been good. But yeah, P6 at the end, quite okay for this mayhem. And yeah, I really hope you enjoyed. Please consider liking and subscribing to my channel, and see you next time. Keep kicking the clutch and your eyes on the road.